Hello Internet, your friendly neighborhood gremlin here. And today we're finally going to give another one of my villagers a makeover. House makeover, not human makeover, or I guess animal makeover. Anyway, none of that is relevant. We are going to change up Roswell's house, because the poor man's house is pathetic. I mean, you'll know that. You'll be able to see it when we get there. But look at this. Like, it's not okay. My poor man can't live here. So we go about getting him a new house. So today's video is just a short one because I have to record it the morning of. Today is still Tuesday. It's about 10 a.m. at the moment, and we have to edit and upload and do all that stuff yet. As such, this seemed like the perfect time to do another villager home rather than a Happy Home Paradise build, which would have been at least twice as long. Maybe not quite that much because I spend quite a bit of time fiddling around in Roswell's house, but it is only an interior. There's no exterior to do, except if you count the exterior of the house bit where they just do the colors and the painting and stuff. I did actually try to film this as a real-time build, but I had no idea what I was doing, and trying to talk and think about what the things you wanted were was way too difficult for me to handle, so instead we end up here with a voiceover again. Maybe that's for the best, because I can just cut out all the weird mouth noises and breathing and stuff that I do, and it's much easier to do that, as we discovered while playing Ooblets. Can't really cut out all the weird breathing and stuff because it is playing on the exact same track. When I finally break down and buy my new laptop, we can get a computer that has a little bit more power, and then I should be able to record the audio and the game audio separately, so hopefully that will be coming soon. Anyway, all of that ramble got us past the wallpaper and flooring struggle, which is nice, and now we're trying to pull out things that we think we want to have in the build, and we're not doing a very good job. And also trying to put in a double bed, which is not the best choice, and yet we are going to continue to do it anyway, because I liked the black better. We do end up sort of entirely off concept. Admittedly, trying to do something like what I wanted to do would have been very cluttered, and he wouldn't have been able to get anywhere, and I do feel like the villagers should have access to their things in their own homes. Vacation homes, free for all. Who cares? In their actual homes, I feel bad. Here we are, still in a real-time build, trying to get some music to play, so it happens in the background, and the whole point of recording the game audio was not just, entirely wasted, because that would suck. And here we are trying to find a song to play. I thought that I had Kume, which is apparently Roswell's favorite song, and apparently I don't. So then I had to go and sit and try to find one that I did like, and that also wouldn't be too weird. Let me know down below what your favorite KK song is. Very unsurprisingly, mine is probably Dirge, which seems like not the right choice for a build video, and yet that was exactly what I wanted to choose. Instead we end up with Sonata or something, I think. Here we are pulling out kitchen bits. Poor Roswell doesn't get a fridge, because it wasn't gonna fit, and he didn't really need one, I guess. Anyway, he's got the stove, which I think is all he needs to cook on, and then we give him a little counter to prepare food on. Here we are going to just try and figure out what the layout is gonna do. I'm gonna put this shelf in front of the counter there, and I do think I really quite like it. We're actually gonna have to abandon that dresser, because as much as I thought I wanted it, it's not gonna fit. We are using my favorite TV tray, because I did want it to feel kind of eclectic in here. I didn't want it to be I bought a matching furniture set. And we do in fact get to use an item that I never use, ever. That little baseball mitt chair, which I think is cute in theory. I do think I like it. It doesn't fit very many places, and it only has exactly one good colorway, but I was pretty excited to get it in here. I don't know that Roswell would play sports or care about sports. Maybe he's a big baseball guy, and we just don't know it. Anything is possible, especially in the realm of your imagination. You can make him a baseball guy if you want to. I'm not sold that I would make him a baseball guy. I think maybe it was just something he found at a thrift store and thought was cute and comfortable, and so he took it in. Let me know down below how you feel about Roscoe, or what you think his personality is, given that he doesn't actually have a real one, because he's an Animal Crossing villager, and sometimes they don't really have individual personalities. Though Hippo threatened me, it was a little bit jarring, in fact. I'm pretty bad at speaking to the villagers, which is a thing I should work on probably, but anyway, I decided to speak to him because he was there and I was feeling bad, and then he was all, I haven't talked to you in such a long time. You know, I have a basement where no one can hear you scream. What the fuck is that? I think he's going to kill me. So maybe I should be speaking to him more, or maybe I should be speaking to him less. Anyway, this is why he is going to be Bluebeard in my fairy tale island, because, man, basement, soundproof. I guess we can go back to the build now. I think I should be talking more about the build. Let me know if there's a balance that should be reached, or if you want to hear me ramble when I have a thing to say, or if you just want me to talk about the build. Again, feedback, helpful. I mean, kind of the goal here is to make videos that other people will want to watch, and I can't do that unless someone tells me if I'm doing something wrong. So, I mean, that's helpful, because again, I'm not posting on the internet for me, really. I mean, also for me. I'm having a great time. I just would also like to have a community of people, and I mean, we may be on our way there. I do have a whole 5 people subscribed to me, which, you know, is pretty freaking great. I'm very excited about it. Thank you for being here and hitting the subscribe button. I will be eternally grateful for you. Anyway, the build. Let's talk about the build. Here we are just putting in some of the miscellaneous things. I'm putting a lot of books around because I feel like he's the kind of person who would read books. Also, I don't know how to not put books in places. I do really like the candles on the floor. I think that's one of my favorite elements. Here we are. We're gonna get rid of the movie projector, which breaks my heart. I really wish we could have kept it, but I also really wanted that cricket because crickets, obviously, I guess. I don't know. Maybe not a normal thing to desire quite so strongly, but I did need the cricket. And so we have a cricket, which doesn't mean we don't have a film projector. But to be fair, we didn't have a place for a projection screen either. Anyway, we move on to the kitchen, where I try to use the carp and really wish I could change the cutting board color, because that just seems cruel. Anyway, we give him a coffee grinder. I just kind of liked the way it looked. Just looked like the kind of thing you'd pick up at a vintage or antique store, just for the hell of it. Essentially the original idea with kind of like an oddities house, where like someone lives but also they have a bunch of like taxidermy animals and hands in jars or monkey's paws. However, as far as I know, Animal Crossing doesn't have any of those things. If they do, let me know, because I would love to be able to use them. However, after that is finally over, now we get to do things on the wall. And here we're going to try and put a candle directly above the lamp for some reason. I just feel like the one candle on the wall seems kind of weird and out of place, and I should have had a second one, but I also didn't know where the second one should go, and as such, we just have one. And of course the bug heads. Don't forget the bug heads. We need bug heads. I do feel like there's something missing about this build, something that's just not quite right. If you have any ideas, maybe let me know down in the comments below, because I want to like this. So much do I want to like it, and yet it's just not quite there yet. But also, I needed a video to post. One of the problems may be the wallpaper. I am feeling very stressed out about the lack of wallpapers that we have that are reasonable, and it feels like there's not enough or not any good ones, because we have the dark florals, but they come in blue or green, and then you've got, I don't know, like the molding and stuff, and that's about it, other than the like tufted walls. Not my idea of a good time. So I am trying to cram way too many things onto the walls. Maybe that is not true. Maybe this is the right amount of things. I look at the walls and think they just look so boring. They just need things, but the things I put up there aren't really doing it for me. The room being as bright as it is probably also doesn't help. Maybe if I could make it gloomier. I did try to pull the lights down, but then I remembered I had to take pictures, and then I forget to turn them back down. To be fair, they don't actually do very much being down anyway. Here we are adding another couple of the items I use all the time. The birds, you gotta have the birds. I do enjoy the birds. We end up with 2 birds actually, and then literally just because I needed something, we put in that shelf, and then 2 hanging light bulbs, which again, is a choice that I made. I'm not sure that it was the right choice, but it is the choice that I made, and so there it is, hanging light bulbs. Here we are again trying to do the lights thing. It doesn't do anything. I told you it doesn't do anything. Now we're gonna take the exterior on, which again, I struggle with because I want it to be black and dark, but also I have no idea what I'm doing, and I don't want all of the houses to look absolutely identical, and yet a bunch of them probably still do look almost identical. Well, at least maybe we'll have like a different door or a different roof, and the house will be different. Somehow they will be slightly different, but just slightly, I think. But we are, however, drawing to a close, so let me know what you did for your long weekend, if you had a long weekend. Maybe Labor Day is just a Canada thing. I don't know. I'd love to hear from you. And please do like, comment, and subscribe. You'll make my day. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Goodbye!